Grill the Grid, the popular driver interview segment, set the Formula One world buzzing once more with its latest twist, the Face Mash Special. Drivers from Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, and beyond took turns guessing whose face belongs to which teammate, rival, or iconic paddock figure. The result was raw laughter, unexpected confessions, and moments even Hamilton didn't see coming. What began as a light-hearted warm-up quickly turned into one of the most entertaining segments of the season. Fans saw Max Verstappen cracking up while trying to identify Lewis Hamilton's childhood school photo. Charles Leclerc struggled through an image that appeared to be from Carlos Sainz's early karting days. The mood was unmistakable, drivers letting their guard down, allowing fans to see personalities beyond the racing helmet. For a sport built on precision and control, the Face Mash Special delivered chaos in the best possible way. This wasn't about lap times or strategy. It was about faces, laughter, and the unfiltered selves of drivers usually kept behind race suit facades. Max Verstappen, known for his laser focus on track, surprised everyone when he misidentified his own teammate's face during the Face Mash Special. Presented with a childhood photo of Sergio Perez, Verstappen confidently called it a picture of Fernando Alonso. Laughter erupted as Perez shouted in mock outrage. Verstappen's uncharacteristic mistake revealed a lighter side rarely seen. It was a moment of humility wrapped in humor. Even Hamilton, watching from the sidelines, couldn't suppress a grin. Across the paddock, cameras caught Red Bull engineers shaking their heads in amused disbelief. That single moment became the highlight of the segment. It showed that even the most composed drivers are prone to human error, especially when faced with decades-old, unrecognizable selfies. From then on, Verstappen seemed determined to redeem himself. His facial guesses became slower, more careful. But the initial slip had already made history. An image of Verstappen squinting at Perez's photo has now become an iconic meme in F1 fan circles. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz brought nostalgia and confusion to the Face Mash Special. When shown a childhood karting photo of Leclerc, Sainz confidently guessed it belonged to Lance Stroll. Meanwhile, Leclerc struggled to place a picture of his younger self, calling it an image of Lewis Hamilton instead. Both drivers erupted in laughter as they teased each other mercilessly. Leclerc poked fun at Sainz's terrible memory, while Sainz claimed Leclerc's eyes had misled him. The banter created an infectious energy, showing how strong bonds can exist even between teammates locked in fierce competition. That playful exchange revealed too much camaraderie for cynics who suggest Ferrari's lineup is divided. Instead, the mishaps highlighted trust, humility, and the power of shared memories. Fans loved the chemistry. The segment played up every confused glance and misguess, turning it into yet another viral moment in an already breathtaking season. Lewis Hamilton, always precise under pressure, took his turn with quiet composure, until he reached a particularly tricky face mash featuring a childhood kart snap of Sebastian Vettel. He paused, visibly startled, before admitting defeat. Hamilton's rare admission of not knowing the face prompted uproarious applause from his fellow drivers. Even in his moment of uncertainty, his reaction carried charm. He laughed at himself, then teased his own marketing team about needing to update his image database. That light-hearted moment quickly became a viral clip. Fans praised Hamilton for showing vulnerability. Instead of striving to always be right, he embraced imperfection and turned it into entertainment gold. His ability to laugh at himself revealed a side rarely seen on camera. Just as he dominates on track, he showed now he can dominate a room with humor and humility. Red Bull and Mercedes traded playful barbs as they guessed faces. When Hamilton was shown a childhood image of Verstappen, he confidently called out Sergio Perez instead. Verstappen clapped back with a grin, performing a mock protest. Meanwhile, Perez joked Hamilton must have been blinded by Mercedes' paint livery. The informal rivalry re-emerged, but without aggression. It demonstrated mutual respect between two of Formula One's fiercest competitors, this time expressed through humor rather than wheel-to-wheel battles. Technicians from both teams watched and laughed. One Mercedes engineer joked the grid needed more literal face-offs like this, rather than endless strategy meetings. What made this banter special was its self-awareness. Mercedes and Red Bull often appear stoic and serious under pressure. The Face Mash special broke that professional shell, showing human connection thrives even amidst championship battles. It proved that rivalry can coexist with respect, and that laughter still wins when the stakes are highest. Chapter 6: Surprise Appearances. Bonus Faces. The segment included surprise faces, mechanics, PR staff, even former champions. When Fernando Alonso appeared via an old trackside photo, drivers were surprised. Jolyon Palmer's face from his karting days prompted cheers. These unexpected appearances added spontaneity and excitement. Drivers recognized colleagues instantly, or tried to. Leclerc hesitated before finally identifying Williams' engineers. Sainz guessed a Red Bull mechanic correctly, and took mock credit for being the paddock oracle. The inclusion of non-drivers emphasized the unity behind the spectacle. It wasn't just about the stars, it was about the people who build the SPI, or together. Fans online savored these moments. Clips of drivers failing to identify long-serving staff went viral, reminding everyone, F1 is a community, as much as it is a competition. This humanization of the paddock changed the tone, not just about racing, but about the personalities who make it possible. Surprisingly, it was Carlos Sainz who walked away with the unofficial title of Face Mash champion. His calm guesses and occasional accurate identifications earned praise from peers and viewers alike. Sainz joked post-segment that he'd studied team photos extensively. Others quipped he carried a secret spreadsheet of paddock faces. While these claims were playful exaggerations, Sainz's performance was undeniably strong. He guessed correctly on several tricky images. Hamilton and Verstappen even applauded his memory. Meanwhile, Leclerc dubbed Sainz the memory master until the very end. Teams began joking that Sainz should be given a role in hospitality, identifying faces at events. The viral momentum built as fans shared their genius guesses. It brought unexpected recognition to a driver normally overshadowed in media by Leclerc. The Face Mash had turned into both entertainment and an unexpected showcase of Sainz's keen recall. The laughter around the paddock was genuine. Team members, TV crews, and even catering staff remarked on how refreshing the segment felt. Veterans called it one of the funniest moments in recent memory. On social media, fans posted reaction compilations. TikTok and Instagram exploded with driver Face Mash fails and triumphs. Leclerc's uncertain frown, Verstappen's stunned silence, and Hamilton's scrunched expression circulated widely. Fan videos showed paddock workers cheering for their mechanics after they were identified. Some streamers recreated the segment in live settings. Memes followed quickly. Sainz as paddock oracle, Hamid Elton as Face Mash flopper. This moment broke through the usual race coverage. It went beyond technical analysis and talked directly to the heart of fandom. It reminded everyone that Formula One can surprise with laughter, personality, and fun, even amid world-class competition. The Face Mash special was more than a novelty. It humanized heroes, softened rivalries, and offered fans a different lens into Formula One. It bridged the gap between the drivers and their fans. In a sport often seen as unreachable glamour, this segment delivered authenticity. Champions became relatable, perfection became playful, and the paddock became inclusive. It also served as a reminder: personality matters. Interviews and press conferences have power, but unscripted moments, the unexpected laughter, The memory flop, the genuine surprise, resonate most. Face Mash didn't alter championship standings, but it shifted perceptions. It showed that behind the helmets are humans with childhood memories, forgotten faces, and senses of humor. This willingness to embrace imperfection and vulnerability reaffirmed the enduring connection between drivers, teams, and the fans who support them. As the paddock moves from Silverstone to the next circuit, the legacy of the Face Mash Special lingers. It set a new precedent for driver engagement and media creativity. F1 fans now expect more than racing. They yearn for moments of personality and humor. The Face Mash segment demonstrated that these can exist without diluting the sport's seriousness. Drivers appeared more relatable. Engineers became recognizable. Fans felt closer. The division between racing elite and audience narrowed for a few golden minutes. This experiment may inspire future segments. Other teams could replicate it in national tours. Media teams may explore similar formats. The core lesson was clear. Authenticity attracts. F1's future looks brighter with both speed and soul. And this silly, chaotic game of face recognition may be remembered as the moment when the grid stopped just racing and started truly connecting.